why should that honor be shared with this community? Because the honor belongs to the regiment, the men who fought in that battle, and the honor and distinction that they brought upon themselves. And they have been recognized by the people of the United States of America with the highest decoration, the highest honor that the people of the United States can bestow. And that's all the people of the United States, all 50 states. That's a Congressional Gold Medal. That renders this regiment the status of a national treasure. A national treasure. It's a great honor. And many of these men who fought in that battle, who served in that regiment, are residents, and some were residents, of East Harlem. They were from here. They belong to us. So we own the bragging rights. And those bragging rights extend a full half a century. In the Korean War, the 65th Infantry Regiment was activated from the island of Puerto Rico. So primarily, they were comprised of residents from the island of Puerto Rico. They became part of the full complement of the 3rd Infantry Battalion, Division rather, and served with honor and distinction during the Korean War through many battles. They earned themselves a fabulous reputation of gallantry in battle. But their distinction transcends not only their ethnicity and not only where they served, but what they did. On February 2nd of 1951, the soldiers of the 65th Infantry Regiment, 2 companies of about 1,000 men, encountered the 9th Chinese Division. A division is comprised of 10,000 soldiers. They fought 3 days. The battle went hand to hand. Hand to hand. In other words, there were so many soldiers coming at them, they ran out of ammo.
Combat infantry.
They ran out of ammunition. The battle went down to fixed bayonets. They went down to the bayonet. 1,000 soldiers went into that fight, 300 came out. The legend says that even the Chinese commander recognized their valor, their gallantry, the ferocity, because they were ordered to surrender. Not these guys. They were willing to fight down to the last man. The Chinese called a withdrawal. They were surrounded. An avenue was opened up for them. They carried their dead and their wounded, and they brought the story back to command. It's over 50 years ago. It was during the Korean War, 51. I've been part of the 65th Honor Task Force and created this task force back in 1999 as a commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Korean War with the Pentagon. I was recognized and chartered by the governor and the Senate of Puerto Rico back in 2000. And for the last 15 years, we've been trying to bring this recognition to them through a number of initiatives with my colleagues and I, and Carlos being among them. We were able to honor them with monuments and plaques and recognitions at Arlington National Cemetery, and was placing a plaque at El Morro in Old San Juan, Puerto Rico, and even a Cold Street naming in Southern Boulevard in the South Bronx, where right now, kids who cross that street in Southern Boulevard see that name on that street sign and walk with a little more pride, a little bit more belonging, because no one can take away the valor and the gallantry that these men brought to our community. So here in East Harlem, Charlie and Roger came up with the idea of doing a name recognition here. A few years back at the gallery in Taino Towers, when the President and the Congress awarded one of the Borinqueneers the first Medal of Honor. The Medal of Honor, many of you may know, is the highest award for valor and heroism that a soldier can receive. So one of the Borinqueneers received that honor, and that medal traveled from the White House to right here in East Harlem. That Medal of Honor. And it was displayed here for the community to see, right, Charlie?
That's right.
And what the turnout we had, right?
Tremendous.
You couldn't believe the kids, the people who came to see this thing, it was phenomenal. So, the word got out. So I hope that this panel takes the information looks at our website that Giovanni keeps losing.
Still here. It's not my laptop, I'm lost here.
What's significant is Borinqueneers.net. Borinqueneers.net. Be sure to put .net. We're having some problems with some other groups who are trying to capitalize and exploit and ask people for money and do things that are not serving the honor. And it is an honor, ladies and gentlemen. What we're talking about here is, yes, we recognize the ethnicity. We know who we are. We don't need to be told who we are. We know who we are. We know where we come from. It's what they did. And what they did transcends all. It transcends time. The kids who are going to be going to that school in East Harlem will pass that thing, and one of them may ask, Borinqueneers, what's that? A club soda? And then somebody will come along and tell them, no, this is who they are, this is what they are, this is the definition of valor, this is the definition of gallantry. And the individual veterans who are still alive and their families who still live around here are recognized as a national treasure of the United States. That gold medal ceremony that we're organizing will be done now in the spring, and that medal itself is going to be on display at the Smithsonian Institute. So I think it would be a great honor and a great tribute if we were to have their name here, with your permission. If there's questions I can answer.
What was the reasoning for 102nd Street?
I'll let the committee
Is it
answer
because of
that.
the high ground?
Yeah, that's part of the reason. I think that has like a metaphorical significance. It's one of the-
Military strategic,
Yeah.
down the.
And also too, because we also found that there's a public park over there that's less than 15 feet across that's unbuildable. And we have some ideas to present to the Parks Department on that one to do a passive peace park. And so like it sort of fit the it fit the ideas that the committee had at the time. Most of the members of the committee are from that particular area of the community.
Point of clarification, on February 7th, 1951, the 65th Infantry engaged the Koreans, not the Chinese.
No, actually, it was the Chinese 9th Division that crossed the border when they crossed the 38th parallel. The Chinese entered the war in that time.
Yeah, the
So we fought the Chinese.
We fought the Chinese and North
It was a big, man, let's put it this way. It was a real big fight. It was a big fight.
Okay, so we
1,000
can wrap
versus
this up.
2,000.
Yeah,
I see it.
it was a really big
My
fight.
only question, I guess, is why is the petition on a New York State letterhead? That's where your emblem is on the left-hand corner. And it's saying, even though we have a new chair now, you probably didn't know there was gonna be a new chair. Why is this petition on a New York State letterhead?
The petition I got from the website.
This says the city of New York. So
Yeah,
you
that-
put your petition, but this is, okay,
That came out of.
is this how it's
planning
supposed to
board.
be?
How's the city of New York?
See, look at, look
Right
up in the
here, up
corner.
on the corner.
You may want to
That's the way
introduce it
the
about
page comes out.
The petitions,
Yeah,
the
the
petitions.
top. Top corner,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can it come,
Yeah.
can the logo be on any, all the petitions? Is that
Yes.
the way it's supposed to be?
That's the official documentation that we received.
I'm just, listen, excuse me,
The answer is yes.
That's-
so that anybody could use that
Yes.
That's
icon
correct,
or
yeah.
implement if they wanna do a petition.
That's correct.
And you could use the, and you could use the chair's name or the district manager's name. Instead of using the name of the Buccaneers, oh. The Buccaneers.
Yeah, if I may address the panel.
That's our standard form.
I didn't know that. This is the question, so this is now the new standard form. So the young,
It's not new, it's always been
so the young lady that was just here, she could use this form also
Yes.
for 105th Street.
Absolutely.
Oh,
It's just a form.
but it's an important form if it has, because I know that certain people have to stay in New York and that's so. Okay, you know what, let me just ask you a question. When you guys ask a question, except for Jose, I tried not to interrupt. And I think it's very rude that you
Got this on a
interrupt.
pen drive if you want.
All
No,
of
I was gonna, no, I was just gonna put it on the camera real quick. Can you?
That's true.
Yes, the answer to your question is
That's all,
yes.
that's true. But thank you, that's all I was asking, because I'm gonna do a petition, I wanna know if I can use it.
Jose has a question.
No, I think the broader question is whether it should have the, I guess, the New York City seal and the chair and district manager's name on it, and the community board. It's almost like it's a stamp of approval. So I think that's the broader question of Teresa's email. So,
Oh, no interruptions with him?
I was gonna show you.
The chair, I've taken note of what you just said, this was brought to my attention. We will review it, because I do feel
You have the
as
medal
with
on it?
questions asked by Mr.
It's here.
So we'll look at it in office oversight, as to whether that form will be changed.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Jose.
Well, if you have any questions regarding the significance of the regiment and what Borinqueneers, and I'm glad that you
You
brought
have
that
great
up.
signatures, I love it, I thank you.
That
Most
was
of
their,
say
that was their
102nd
work.
Street, I
Yes,
thank you.
yes.
That was their work.
I only had a concern about something else.
Do we have any other questions?
I think it's a great idea.
No, we're not.
I'm gonna go
What
with that.
Borinqueneers mean?
A motion?
Borinqueneers
Motion.
What did I call it?
is a war name that's given to the regiment. Every regiment has a war name, like 101st has Screaming Eagles or All-American. Borinqueneers is a compilation of two words. Borinquen, which is the Indian name, or the Taino name of the island of Puerto Rico, and Buccaneers, which I want to bring that up because it's
sorry.
No, it's good. It's good to show the combination of the legends regarding the pirates and the Buccaneers of the island of Puerto Rico, and then the paradox of that their distinction was, yes, Puerto Ricans with knives, that they finally went to a bayonet battle, which was the last battalion bayonet battle in American military history.
I'm happy with your
And
signatures.
our website here will show you, if you go to the website here on borinqueneers.net and when you're doing your information, please use this website because this is your most significant. But if you go to this portion right here, Killed in Action, have a box of Kleenex next to you. Because when you see the Killed in Action list and how many died side by side, you will notice that there were New Yorkers, there were people from South Carolina, there were people from Oklahoma. Yeah, there were soldiers from Puerto Rico. But you're gonna see that they died side by side. New York, different areas like that. So you're gonna see that there's a strong connection between the community and them and what they did. And all of these names, Killed in Action, will be honored by that street sign. Because that's them.
So some who are here tonight, the daughter of a Borinqueneer are
Are
here.
you ready to entertain?
I think it's good. We're gonna-
Are you ready to okay. I move to support.
Francis.
I second it.
Tony, do you want to introduce who's on the screen?
So when did we vote on this procedure?